Hello everyone, this is WanderQuest Diaries channel, and we make videos about travel experiences, especially travel in Vietnam, a country that we're really into it. If you are watching this video, you are one of the first people to support our journey of sharing travel-related experiences. Hopefully, what we provide will be of some help to you before deciding to start your journey to explore the world. For those who don't know, Vietnam is a Southeast Asian country with a long and glorious history, so you will find a lot of interesting information when searching about this small country. However, have you ever tried to learn about tourism in Vietnam? I'm sure you will be very surprised by that. In Vietnam, the capital Hanoi is called the heart of the country. This is not only because this city is the capital of Vietnam, but also for many other reasons. Foreign tourists, when coming to Vietnam for the first time, will always choose Hanoi as the first place they visit. Why is that? So what is Hanoi famous for? Let's watch WanderQuest's video to see the unique things in Hanoi. Before getting into the main content of the video, please support WanderQuest by liking our video, then share, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel to receive the latest notifications from our channel. So what do you know about Hanoi, Vietnam's 1,000-year-old city? From historical landmarks and exquisite cuisine to vibrant streets and warm hospitality, Hanoi is a city that leaves a lasting impression. Join us as we explore the answer to the question, what is Hanoi famous for? And discover the essence of this remarkable destination. What is Hanoi famous for? This is a common question among people, especially foreign tourists like us, who are planning their first trip to Hanoi and who are looking to rediscover the charm of this city. Indeed, there are good reasons why Hanoi has become a sought-after destination for all kinds of travelers from all over the world. Here, we will delve into what Hanoi is famous for, so you can find the answers you are looking for. Firstly, Hanoi is famous for its famous historical sites, 1,000-year-old culture, and architectural landmarks. With many cultural, historical, and architectural relics associated with the history of Vietnam, the capital city of Hanoi offers visitors a rich picture of cultural and historical experiences typical of their nation. Some notable relics in the city include Hoan Kiem Lake, a peaceful oasis with the legend of King Le Loi returning the sword to the golden turtle. In addition, the Ho Chi Minh Mausoleum, located in Ba Dinh Square, is also considered a symbol revered by all Vietnamese people as well as tourists. President Ho Chi Minh, the person known as the founding father of the nation, helped Vietnam gain the independence and freedom as it is today. To pay homage and gratitude to the great national hero, the Vietnamese people built the Ho Chi Minh Mausoleum, located right in Ba Dinh Square, the very place where Ho Chi Minh read the Declaration of Independence, giving birth to the Democratic Republic of Vietnam in 1945. Hanoi is also home to Vietnam's first university. The Temple of Literature was Vietnam's first national university and is a beautifully preserved complex dedicated to education. Today, it has also become a famous historical site, preserved by the state. This is where many of Vietnam's outstanding talents were nurtured and developed, laying the foundations for Vietnam's education today. We cannot forget to mention the events associated with the two resistance wars against France and the US in Vietnam. Hoa Lo Prison, infamous during the French colonial period, is now a museum displaying the city's turbulent history. This place was formerly used as a prison for the French to detain Vietnamese political prisoners during their rule of this small country. Although coming from the colonial side, it is undeniable that France has left many marks on Vietnam, typical of which are famous architectural works that still exist today. Hanoi Opera House is an exquisite example of French colonial architecture, and St. Joseph Cathedral is a neo-Gothic-style church with towering spires. Or, another famous monument is Long Bien Bridge across the Red River, an engineering wonder that offers panoramic views of the city. All of these monuments reflect the rich history, architectural diversity, and cultural significance of Hanoi, captivating visitors with their invaluable values. That is why Vietnamese people are always proud when mentioning the proud history of building their country. Second, 36 streets of Hanoi, the nostalgic Old Quarter, with many unique cultural imprints. 36 streets of Hanoi, also known as Hanoi Old Quarter, is one of the most famous and unique tourist destinations in the capital of Vietnam. Located right in the city center, This neighborhood is a valuable cultural heritage, clearly reflecting the hundreds of years of history of Hanoi, as well as the traditional life of Vietnamese people through many generations. When entering the Old Quarter, visitors seem to be traveling back in time, returning to a period when the intersection between ancient values and traditional beauty is still clearly present in every detail of daily life. The most special thing when coming to Hanoi Old Quarter is the historical space preserved in every corner. The narrow alleys, stretching throughout the area, are lined with rows of ancient houses with well-preserved French colonial architecture, creating a fascinating landscape. Each street here has its own story, its own history, associated with traditional crafts such as gold making, embroidery, or silk selling. Even names like Hanbok, Hangdao, Hanma partly say that, reminding visitors of Hanoi's glorious past when this place was a bustling commercial center. The narrow but deep tube houses are a unique architectural feature of the Old Quarter, both to optimize space and to symbolize development during the prosperous trading period. In addition to its unique architecture, Hanoi's Old Quarter is also famous for its important spiritual structures, including ancient temples, pagodas, and shrines scattered throughout the neighborhood. In fact, the number of temples and pagodas in Hanoi is not only in the Old Quarter, but also in many other areas. And one thing that needs to be mentioned in common is that these relics have existed for more than 100 years and are very sacred. Places such as Bac Ma Temple on Hang Bom Street or Kwanda Temple on Hang Bo Street are not only sacred places of worship, but also preserve many historical stories about the formation and development of Hanoi through feudal dynasties. These temples and pagodas in the Old Quarter bring a peaceful, serene space amidst the hustle and bustle of urban life, where people and tourists can find relaxation, tranquility, and a deep connection with Vietnamese spiritual culture. Not only stopping at historical and cultural values, Hanoi Old Quarter is also a culinary paradise with a series of typical dishes that no tourist can miss. Dishes such as pho, bun cha, bang quan, or che are all prepared in the traditional way, imbued with the flavor of Hanoi. Walking around the neighborhood, you will easily come across street vendors, small eateries, and coffee shops nestled in alleys, creating a close and friendly atmosphere. Each dish is not just food, but also a part of the story of Hanoian culture and life, reflecting how cuisine has developed and survived over the centuries. In addition, Hanoi Old Quarter is also home to many traditional and modern art activities. Folk music performances, water puppetry, or street art exhibitions often take place here, creating a vibrant cultural space, helping visitors not only enjoy, but also directly participate in Hanoi's artistic life. Traditional festivals are also held periodically at temples and pagodas, providing profound experiences about the beliefs and customs of the people here. All these elements combine to create a vivid and diverse panorama of Hanoi Old Quarter. This is not only a place to preserve traditional values, but also a symbol of the intersection between the past and the present, between the old and the new, bringing visitors an emotional and meaningful journey when exploring every corner of this ancient quarter. When leaving, visitors will bring with them unforgettable memories, not only of the ancient beauty, but also of the enduring spirit and endless creativity of the people of Hanoi. Finally, I think this is what many people expect when mentioning Hanoi, which is a diverse cuisine, converging many special dishes. Vietnam in general is a country with great cuisine. I feel that when coming to Vietnam, you probably can't choose a dish you like because the flavors are so wonderful. And a specific example to show that diverse cuisine is to look at the diversity of Hanoi cuisine. As the capital of a country, Hanoi is therefore a land of cultural exchange in many fields, and cuisine is no exception. However, Hanoi will certainly also have many typical dishes that can only be found here. While Hanoi is most famous for offering visitors the experience of admiring French colonial architecture, as well as exploring the history of the Old Quarter, it is equally rich in introducing diverse traditional dishes of Vietnam and the world of colorful flavors. Hanoi cuisine is characterized by the elegant style of the ancient people of Tra Nan, Thang, Hanoi. Along with the development of all aspects, Hanoi cuisine also imported culinary quintessence from many regions across the country, transforming it into its own style. From those characteristics combined to harmonize more with the general taste, Hanoi naturally possesses countless delicious dishes that are loved by many people. In particular, one of the things that makes street food in Hanoi so popular is because the price is extremely cheap. I need to clarify this because the delicious food here is actually under $5. If you come to Hanoi, you only need less than $100 to eat all the best dishes. Note that the best dishes in Hanoi are often served right on the sidewalk or in ordinary restaurants. The best dishes in Hanoi are the cheap but delicious dishes that can be found in the narrow alleys and bustling street markets of the Old Quarter. I believe they will not disappoint you. This is where you can find the familiar and world-famous pho served with a round, twisted bread, also known as quoy. Mentioning Vietnam is mentioning the typical pho dish, and the best thing is to enjoy pho right in the capital, Hanoi. Coming to the capital of Vietnam, I believe that if you visit any restaurant, you can find your favorite dish. Trust me. Or you can try the original bun chop that President Obama enjoyed during his visit to Vietnam in 2016. Currently, the restaurant that served the former US president is still very popular. You can come and enjoy the traditional taste of Hanoi people. If you are more adventurous, you can try Bun Dao Mam Tom, a smelly but delicious and crunchy dish originating from Hanoi. Definitely a dish not to be missed for those who dare not be bothered by the idea of spicy shrimp paste. Be warned that this dish will have a very strong smell. Vietnam's capital, Hanoi, has topped the list of Best Foodie Destination 2024, voted by readers of the world's largest travel guide platform, TripAdvisor. Along with its many attractions, the capital is also famous for its rich and diverse culinary culture. In fact, Vietnamese cuisine has many special dishes, but I cannot mention them all in this video. If you like, please comment below. WanderQuest Diaries will make a video about Vietnamese food right away. I think you should try to experience to choose your favorite dish. The above reasons are 3 of the factors that I think make Hanoi so famous. And a little secret is that Hanoi is not the only place we do about Vietnam. WanderQuest Diaries will do a series of reviews of all the famous places in Vietnam that even locals know about. And that's the end of the video. If you like our content, don't hesitate to leave a comment. Besides, like the video and share. Subscribe to the channel to receive the earliest notifications from WanderQuest Diaries. Now goodbye, and see you again in our next videos.